Good morning, friends. In this video, we will start our previous year question series, and the questions we will cover from 37 to 46. It means we will cover 10 questions in this particular video, and all these questions have been taken from December 2018 NTA UGC NET English. So let's get started. So the question is given below are two statements, one labeled as assertion or A and the other labeled as region R. Read the statements and choose the correct answer using the code given below. So, the assertion is gender studies do not see an urgent need to help us navigate the various pitfalls of racism, ethnocentrism, cultural relativism, and plain ignorance that flow from using culture as an explanatory tool. The reason is issues relating to women's rights, gender roles, sexuality, and family obligations are centrally implicated in the so called clash of civilizations between Christianity or secularism and Islam. So, code A, R does not follow logically from A. Option B, A is only partly addressed in R. Option C, R is A and vice versa. R is A and vice versa. D, A and R are most logically related. So the answer of this question will be A. R does not follow logically from A. So the answer is R does not follow logically from A. Now question number 38. In Thomas More's Utopia book The Second, the reader is told that in this new world there are few mistakes in marriage because option A, there is an extensive courtship period preceding the actual wedding. Option B, the family gods are invoked before finalizing the nuptials. Option C, there is a community get together where prospective husbands and wives announce wedding plans endorsed by elders. And option D, prospective husbands and wives see one another naked before agreeing to the match. So the answer of this question will be option number D, Utopia. This work came in 1516 in Latin, a socio-political satire and fictional work of Thomas More. In Utopia, Morse described an imaginative world which have not any earthly problem, and the phenomena of each aspect is heavenly. The life sketches of marriage never satisfy wife and husband. They have to neglect one another before knowing, and the work of Mr. Thomas More, CW means couplet work. Number 1, Utopia, 1516. Its couplet work 4. Number 2, Responsio ad Lutherium, 1523. Couplet work 7. Against Erith, 1532. Couplet work 7. 4. Apology, 1533. Couplet work 9. Now question number 39. In which of his novels does Italo Calvino construct his narrative through a tarot pack of cards and reinterpret the Western canon, providing new versions of Oedipus Rex, Faust, Hamlet, Macbeth, and King Lear. So option A, the Castle of Crossed Destinies. Option B, the path to the nest of spiders. Option C, invisible cities. Option 4, our ancestors. So the answer of this question will be option number A, the castle of crossed destinies. Let's see more about this. The Castle of Cross Destinies came in 1973, written by Italian writer Otello Calvinos. His inspiration turns the 78 tarot cards to an entirely new use that links image and word to the purposes of narrative. A band of travelers trapped in an ominous, ominous castle in the heart of a wood find themselves struck dumb and is only able to converse by using the tarot cards to tell each other how they came to the castle. Hello Calvino, born in 1923 and died in 1985, was an Italian journalist and writer of short stories and novels. And his notable works are Ancestors Trilogy, The Cosmiconics collection of short stories, number 2, Invisible Cities, number 3, The Baron in the Trees, and the awards which were given to him: World Fantasy Award in 1982, Baguto Prize 1959, Viareggio Prize, Viareggio Prize. Now question number 40. In imitation of which classical poet did Samuel Johnson write his London and the Vanity of Human Vices? Option A, Horace. Option B, Tasso. Option C, Juvenal. Option D, Homer. So the answer of this question will be Juvenal. Now let's see something more about this. London and the Vanity of Human Vices, wrote by Samuel Johnson in imitation of Roman poet Decimus Lunius Juvenalis, known in English as Juvenal. Active in the late 1st and early 2nd century AD. Samuel Johnson, known as Dr. Johnson, was a poet, playwright, essayist, moralist, literary critic, biographer, editor, and lexicographer. And his notable works: A Dictionary of English Language, 1755, A Journey to the Western Isle, 1775. Now, question number 41. Which of the following acts were not passed during the Victorian era? Option A, the Married Women's Property Rights Act. Option B, the Custody Act. Option C, the Women's Suffrage Act. Option D, a series of factory acts. So the answer of this question will be option number C, the Women's Suffrage Act. Women's suffrage is the right of women to vote in an election. Most independent countries enacted women's suffrage in the interwar era, including Canada in 1917, Britain over 30 in 1980, over 21st in 1928, Germany, Poland in 1918, and the United States in 1920. Voting Rights Act of 1965 secured voting rights for racial minorities. Victorian era considered was the period of Queen Victoria's reign from 20 June 1837 until her death on 22nd January 1901. The Married Women's Property Act 1888, the Custody Act or the Custody of Infants Act 1839, a series of Factory Acts 1833. Now question number 42. The fault of Cowley, and perhaps of all the writers of the metaphysical race, is that of pursuing his thought to their ramifications, by which he loses the grandeur of generality. For of the greatest things the parts are little, what is little can be put pretty, and by claiming dignity becomes ridiculous. Thus all the power of description is destroyed by a scrupulous enumeration, and the force of metaphors is lost when the mind by the mention of particulars stand more upon the original than the secondary sense, more upon that from which the illustration is drawn than that to which it is applied. Life of Cowley, 1779. What Dr. Johnson actually faults here is, so option A, the mind that goes astray toward the original. Option B, the force of metaphors that blunts description. Option C, the metaphysical insistence on the particular than the general. Option D, the metaphysical poet's tendency to saunter away. So the answer of this question will be option number D. And what is the metaphysical poet's tendency to saunter away? The metaphysical poets. The term was coined by Samuel Johnson to describe a loose group of 17th century English poets whose work was characterized by the inventive use of conceits and by a greater emphasis on the spoken rather than lyrical quality of their works. Metaphysical poets, called baroque poets because of the diversity of style. The metaphysical style was established by John Donne. And now, in question number 43rd, match the poem with the opening lines. It means we have to match with the poem of their opening lines. So, A number, Ode to Psyche, Ode on a Grecian Urn, Ode to a Nightingale, Ode on Melancholy. So, all these are poems which has been given in the left side, and now in at right side. My heart aches and a drowsy numbness pained my sense, as though of hemlock I had drunk. From where are they? No, 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 go not to lead, neither twist wolf's bane, tight rooted for its poisonous wine. And third, thou still unravish'd bride of quietness, thou foster child of silence and slow time. And number four, O God, O goodness, hear these tuneless numbers rung by sweet enforcement and remembrance dear. So, what will be the answer? We have some options A, B, C, and D. So, the option will be C number. It means A will go with fourth. A will go with 4, and B will go with third, and C will go with first, D will go with fourth. So here Ode to Psyche, A will go with fourth number. Ode to Psyche starts with O goodness, hear these tuneless numbers by sweet enforcement and remembrance dear. In number B, Ode on a Grecian Urn, it will go with number third, thou still unravished bride of quietness, thou foster child of silence and slow time. And C number will go with first. Ode to a Nightingale starts with my heart aches and a drowsy numbness pains my sense, as though of hemlock I had drunk. And D will go with option number second. No. Ode on melancholy will go in. No, go not to lead, neither twist wolf band, tight rooted for its poisonous wine. Now, question number 44. Why did Plato banish the poet from his ideal state? So, option A. In representing the sensual aspects of reality, the poet falls to discern the transcendent reality behind mere appearance. Option B. Poetry deals with form to the neglect of content. Option C. Poetry makes an artificial distinction between form and content. And now option D. The poet can never produce a completely accurate replica of the reality it seeks to represent, and moreover the purpose of art is not to describe reality but to change it. So the answer of this question will be option number A. So A number is saying that in representing the sensual aspect of reality, the poet falls to discern the transcendent reality behind mere appearance. Now let's see more about this. Plato banished the poet from his ideal state because the actuality or reality in poets' works are not seen. Poets use a lot of imaginations and ornaments to decorate the words and represent beyond reality. In representing the sensuous aspects of reality, the poet falls to discern the transcendent reality behind mere appearance. Now, question number 45. Which interpretation of Keats' beauty is truth beauty best represent the mimetic perspective? So option A. The line is an ironic quotation of beauty and truth as all we know on earth, suggests that reality is an illusory concept and that the primary function of art is to construct a world within an aesthetic reality of its own. Option B. A work of literature is beautiful insofar as it offers an accurate representation of its subject matter with fully realized characters and vivid descriptions of events. Option C. The author's arbitrary imposition of order upon the chaotic impressions of reality constitutes the only truth in a work of art. And option D. Those aspects of reality which we perceive to be beautiful are the only worthy subject matter of the artist, and it is the artist's job to observe closely and isolate those sublime elements from the flux of the mundane. So the answer of this question will be option number B, and B is saying that a work of literature is beautiful insofar as it offers an accurate representation of its subject matter with fully realized characters and vivid description of events. So Keats' beauty is truth beauty based interpretations. A work of literature is beautiful insofar so as it offers an accurate representation of its subject matter with fully realized characters and vivid descriptions of events. Now question number 46, and it will be the last question of this particular video. What comes after great pain in the famous Emily Dickinson poems? A. Formal feeling. B. Concrete simplicity. C. The letting go. D. Substantial light. So the answer of this question will be option number A, and that is a formal feeling. Now see more about this. Emily Dickinson poem After Great Pain. A formal feeling comes. After great pain, a formal feeling comes. The knobs sit ceremonious like tombs. The stiff heart questions, was it he that bore, and yesterday or centuries before?